Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Arnold & Son Golden Wheel. You can see this Star Wheel digital hour deadbeat seconds automatic timepiece and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch, with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this Arnold & Son Golden Wheel. Now the watch on my wrist is seen against the backdrop of a 16 centimeter circumference wrist. The timepiece is 44 millimeters across its round of the case, not including the crown, although it is reasonably slim at 12.7 millimeters thick with an impressive box section sapphire that, along with the conical bezel, does allow it to slide underneath dress cuffs. From lug to lug, it's a sizable watch, though not quite as large as its 44 millimeter diameter would suggest. It's 50.2 millimeters from lug to lug, and you can see the arc of the lugs from this angle that allows the watch to wear well on a smaller wrist. I would say down to 15 centimeters circumference. You're going to wear this watch with security and style. As you can see, it pretty much drapes itself around the wrist rather than flaring out. If you're borderline for lug overlap at the edge of your wrist, here it appears more elegant and natural than when you have strident, straight-cut lugs that flare out. Now the watch has an impressive heft to it. This model, which was released in 2015, is rather Baroque in profile, featuring a triple caseband flank comprised of the caseback, the middle section, as well as the bezel, and then a dramatic step up to that box section sapphire. That type of sapphire, always more difficult to create and more expensive to specify for a watch, impresses me when I see it. It's a sign of attention to detail and a willingness to commit for the sake of quality. The watch has a matte finished brown large-scale alligator leather strap with semi-conforming curved spring bars that you can see, along with the flared case shape, nicely hide the daylight between case and the end of the strap. It looks very integrated. The strap itself is minimally bolstered with folded edges and a simple 18-karat rose gold Arnold & Son pin buckle for easy on-the-fly adjustability. The watch is all dial, most apposite, I must say, for a watch of this type, because all of the action is within the bezel. It's like a golden halo around a dial, comprised of 3 star wheel mechanisms with their star and spring, 3 sapphires, each one featuring 9 blackened Arabic numerals printed on its surface. There's an 18-karat red gold carousel at center that bears all of the star wheel assemblies, a mother of pearl reflecting stripe, which allows the black printed Arabic numeral to be seen in relief, and then of course there's the deadbeat seconds mechanism, as well as a blackened bridge underneath featuring a gorgeous Geneva wave or Côte de Genève as a base and a backdrop to what's going on mechanically. So let's talk about what's going on mechanically. There's a mechanical interaction between the base movement, the carousel at center, the individual stars, and their activating lever springs, and then there's a 60-minute stretch that represents the period where you look to see what hour and minute it is. So I can see right now 9 is the hour on the mother of pearl reflecting arc. So I look next to the 9 and I see it's pointing at right about 31. So it's 9:31 on the dial right now. Now as you pass the hours of the day, I'm going to accelerate the process somewhat to demonstrate, but as you while away the hours, you'll note the 9 now at 9:40, 9:45, 9:50, 9:60. As it's about to run off the end of the scale, the next hour, the 10th, draws even with 0. And then I have 10:05, I have 10:10. I have 10:15, and it works exactly like so. It's a beautiful pirouette, and it's actually a series of pirouettes. Most poetic, it actually recalls the wandering hour clocks of the 18th century. Not the first time it's been done on a watch, as Govberg does a more modern version of this mechanism with a Maltese cross assembly that is perhaps more rugged at the limit, but not quite as poetic or beautiful. And of course, Audemars Piguet in the early 1990s, and then again for the 125th anniversary in the year 2000, has launched a series of star wheel mechanisms that are much in the fashion of this one, albeit oddly shaped in the case of the millinery star wheel and quite petite in the case of the original early 90s star wheel. Here you get the imagery of the star wheel assembly, but you also get the innovation of the deadbeat seconds and the size and legibility of a bigger dial and bigger discs. Now, the deadbeat seconds mechanism means that when you listen to this watch against the ear, it has two heartbeats, one at 8 beats per second or 4 hertz, that's the balance, and then one deadbeat 1 hertz tick, that's the deadbeat seconds mechanism. And on the case back, you can see the in-house Arnold & Son automatic caliber 6018, 29 joules, adjusted in 5 position, built by Arnold & Son, which is the factory brand of the manufacturer Adjustability, an engineering house of exceptional repute in Switzerland. It's nicely finished with blued screws, a radial coat pattern. You can see it's not a standard linear cote de Genève, it's a cote de soleil radiating out from the center with a beautifully guilloche cut golden winding mass skeletonized so that when it is superimposed over, for instance, the balance, you don't completely hide the mechanism. Moreover, with a 50-hour power reserve and robust construction, this is a watch designed for everyday use. The earlier star wheel watches of the early 90s were somewhat delicate and finicky. This is a real watch for everyday wear, and if you can pull off the aesthetic of the watch, the mechanism is up to it. Now, 3 ATM water resistant, it's not one to take in the pool, but because it is a little bit exhibitionist, fabulous, sensational in its aesthetic, it wears well with casual attire just as it dresses up for suited occasions. I'll also mention that the watch is 125 pieces, so this is one of 125, exceptionally rare from a rarely seen brand in the United States. It offers a lot of individuality and exclusivity, as well as mechanical fascination and artistic merits. You can see and you can purchase this Arnold & Son Golden Wheel Star Wheel Deadbeat Seconds on our website.